So hey guys, John here. Just figured I would try something just to see if I could walk you through just a touch of a basic intro to building a house. Already laid down a foundation just to kind of make it easy, and just in case you're not familiar with the overall building process here, I figure I'll just kind of try to do something a little bit fun here. So let's see what kind of building I want to do. Let's just do kind of a cracked stone brick. I'll go ahead and put that there. So one of the things I'm probably going to want, I'll just leave that. I'll leave this here for now. Alright. So I like to use windows. I know I'm just kind of weird that way. So I think I have all the materials I need to do the basic functionality of a house. And we're just going to go ahead and go. I note that I am in creative. If you're in survival mode, you don't have the option to do what I'm doing here and just kind of fly around. So, and I am doing this on the iPhone, so it gets a little clunky trying to work your way around every now and then. So one of the easiest things I found to do is just to go around. You can do this kind of any way that you want to do it. As far as what order, I just kind of lay it down in layers sometimes. So we'll go ahead and take our door. We're going to stick that in there. There we go. Oops. Again, it gets a little clunky there. So I kind of like to incorporate a few windows here and there. I mean, it's not a jail cell, so give just kind of a nice backwards one there. Okay. Nice view of the little water thing that I made there. I have no idea why I made it. I just got bored and decided to throw it together. And you can kind of just use your creativity and do what you want to do. So one of the things you'll notice is that I'm just keeping this really, really simple. I'm not, however, for the most part, a fan of just absolutely flat roofs. Just a weird quirk of mine. So I'll kind of lay out the fundamentals for the roof here. And the easiest way to do this is just to go ahead. You can, if it's easier, just go ahead and mark off your, and just go like one end there. Fill them out, do the same thing on another level. And I can even do one more there. Alright, so if I kind of come down, I'm just going to draw these out just a little bit. Okay, there we go. And that's just because of the depth back that I was. Alright, so as you can see, just kind of basic little house here. Now that everything's done, we can kind of, you can see, kind of plain ordinary inside, not a whole lot going on. House this small, frankly, you really only need one torch, or you can use glowstone or whatever one you use. So I'm going to throw in a couple beds. You know, gotta have the occasional house party. What's kind of fun sometimes is villagers come in, they will jump on the bed and do things. Oh, it's starting to rain outside, cool. Which I would not have known except for the fact that I added windows. So, or if you're like my kid who doesn't go out that much, he may not know that it's raining either. Alright, which reminds me, Tasty Cake 1234, TASTYKAKE 1234. It's actually my son. He's an avid gamer, has a lot of fun doing it. So he's got his own channel. Feel free to check it out. Also Marla McKiernan. You can check hers out too. So they both have some cool channels if you like, like the younger kind of stuff. Let's see here. So I'll put one of these out here just to say we have it. Alright, so we've got this awesome little house here. Just to kind of take you around and show you. Got this one here. So the villagers are kind of, well, they're kind of dorky. So these guys are actually pretty safe. You can notice there's a lot of them, but I also threw in a lot of iron golems. So if you want to see what the flat top roof looks like, this one's fairly flat here. And the villagers are going in and out of the house here. I don't think I built that much more on this side. So I'm not going to go there today, but I actually have another village not too far away where I have a lot more that I've built. And the main reason I'm not going there now is because, as you can see, it's very cloudy and foggy. It's easy to get lost. One thing I definitely don't want to do is get lost, because once you do that, it becomes relatively difficult to find your way back sometimes. So I'd rather do that on a clear day where I can see. I have some markers set up, and they're pretty cool. They help me find my way to the other village without getting overly lost. So anyway, you can see just the basic buildings here that come with the village that I found. And at the same time, I've tried to build a few other buildings in there as well. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it stopped raining. Just to show you real quick, you can see I've got a nice little big golden thing to help me find my way. I also have this house here that I built along the way. Very basic. Alright, so see another hole that I built just to make sure I don't get lost. I'm telling you, if you are flying around and you're not careful, you will seriously get completely lost. Which is something I'm hoping I didn't do now, but I'm pretty sure when you see a bed like that sitting on top of a tree, that's something and stuff like that. So anyway, we got, just to show you kind of the scope of things. There we go. Big old building here. A couple villagers who have the most annoying sound I've ever heard. I do have a spawner in here that spawns villagers just because I can. So in this place I also have just a little kind of downward path here. It takes me through now to the lower level, and you can see I've got some stuff down here as well for when it gets nighttime. I kind of hid a bed back here. It's not necessarily to hide it, but oh, look at this, it is nighttime. I hadn't even really noticed that it was nighttime. It's just kind of a neat thing to do, to get around here and kind of see what's going on in the world. Alright, I'm just going to fly up real quick and just kind of give you a quick overlay of some of the stuff that we've built. So this house actually goes into the mountain, the little pinkish one I guess that is. Another one in the mountain there. And this has got to be the most awesome pool party on the planet. Every time I come by here, there's like golems and villagers, and they are just jamming away. So they have a good time there. Never invited me, by the way. I built them tons of awesome houses and buildings here. No, never invite me to squat. So a couple buildings up here on the hill I built. That's just a little bit of redstone and stuff to do that. So another little house out here. I don't think this one gets used a whole lot, but let's see if they ever need it. So hopefully that gives you just a quick overview of what some of the houses look like. Not a huge fan of too much squares. I'll tell you right now, the bigger you build, the easier it is to give a sense of not being as linear and square. None of these houses, with the exception of the main one right there that you see, are all that huge. So it's just kind of a neat thing. The bigger you learn to build, the more you can actually do with the design. So anyway, it's John. Just my quick overview of some basic housing skills. We'll cover some more stuff in a later video, just on some advanced techniques, some of the more electronic stuff that can open doors for you automatically and those kinds of things. But in the meantime, I appreciate you watching, and hopefully you learned something useful out of this.